Efren. Today's guest, let me give you a little bit of history on her. If you ever take a trip down to nope, not gonna do that yet. Nope, got a little ahead of myself. She is the co-host of the Bubba Cast, a weekly show where she watches and celebrates her guardian angel's most iconic moments and matches. Her father, who was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2016, hails from the Department of Corrections in Cobb County, Georgia. Yes, she is the daughter of the great Ray Traylor. Yes, that Ray Traylor, known to all of us as the Pig Boss Man. Please welcome Lacy Traylor. Lacy, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to be here today.
This is an absolute honor. I have some questions here.
I might have some answers.
If you answer truthfully, will have us fans marking out. Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Lacy Traylor, I am the mark. Here are the questions. It's time for the question mark.
Let's go.
Lacy Traylor, you are hosting a pay-per-view party at your house. What's the one food or drink you are serving for everyone to enjoy?
Oh my gosh, I'm having a pay-per-view party at my house. What am I serving? We like buffalo chicken dip around here. And I don't drink alcohol, so like we're serving sweet tea. We're serving sweet tea over here.
Homemade?
Homemade. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And was your dad a fan of buffalo chicken dip and sweet tea?
Oh yeah, he loved like pasta salad. Dude, I mean, you saw the guy. We love to eat in this family. Like, we love it. Finger foods, like I would, and he loved to snack. So like, it's part of my core memories is just like ribbing him or giving him a hard time because he would take like turkey, cheese, put Cheetos on the sandwich or make like a peanut butter, mayonnaise, banana. It got a little weird sometimes, but yeah, we like finger food, hors d'oeuvres, have it spread on the counter. Everybody come put a little bit on. So,
did he have a favorite food?
Did he? You know how crazy it is to ask a fat person if they have a favorite food? Okay, let me see. His favorite food. Oh my gosh. He really loved chicken salad.
That's
chicken salad.
Fat
so,
food.
And down here in the South, we have all like everybody has their own like signature chicken salad recipe or like mac and cheese. Like, so yeah.
On your chicken salad?
No.
Okay.
I have ADHD, you guys, and I'm unmedicated for it. I apologize in advance.
No.
So I'll probably go off the rails.
And so what the boss man would make a chicken salad.
Yeah, he would make this like pasta salad. It would have like chicken in it and like onions and some vegetables. He also made he was a pretty good cook. So let me take it back a bit because, you know, man, that is so crazy to think like I really only knew him for 12 years. So I wish like I knew for sure, but from what I remembered, like I'm saying, sweet tea, he loved a Diet Coke. Like when we would go to Waffle House, he would order 12 egg whites, like in a Diet Coke, because he was watching his weight. He would tell them, so.
Do you have a Waffle House order?
Me, All-Star Special. All-Star Special, smother, covered, and capped on the hash browns. Because you're out on the West Coast, right?
I am. I went to Waffle. Oh God, I'm so West Coast, Lacy Traylor. I went to Waffle House. That was the first restaurant I went to when I got out here in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
And I was expecting they had more? 25 different waffles, and they only had 2. And then so I got an education.
Yeah, I guess when you're not from the South, and then you hear everybody talking it up, like that could be like a little disappointing if you had something like in it. We call it breakfast hibachi. And like
And
I have this working theory too, like because y'all don't have Denny's out there, right?
we do.
Denny's is like Waffle House for people who don't know how to fight. Does that make sense?
A little bit. I enjoy a good like 8 stack of mozzarella sticks at Denny's, but I probably can't get that at Waffle House, right?
No, no, not at the Waffle House.
Can we just say how much I love that your dad is literally looking over your shoulder right now? That's a find.
Keeps me in line.
I love.
like I was scared. He had me so scared to bring home a boy. I didn't bring home one until like 10 years after he died.
And the first time you didn't?
No, he embarrassed me in 2nd grade for liking a boy one time, and I was just like, I'm not dealing with this anymore.
Tell us about that. What he did.
He just would aggravate. It was like he and I was a very, very like shy, like very quiet, like might not believe it, but how I talk now, but like very quiet. Like he had this way of getting people like outside their comfort zone and just like pushing buttons. He was really good at pushing people's buttons. And so like he was just like a prime aggravator. I don't know.
To
it was
a
really
7-year-old?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like with cooties, you know, like he and Rick Steiner had me convinced that all boys had cooties. And then like we would go visit like the Steiners and he'd hold you down and like, I'm kissing you and giving you cooties. And it's just like they're like, as a little girl, you're just like, this is disgusting. Why are you giving me cooties? I don't like you.
Did it scare the boy you liked?
I don't even think he knew I liked him. I wasn't that far into it.
Okay.
I just was like, oh, he's cute. I didn't even say like, oh, I like this boy. This is my boyfriend. I just said, oh, he's cute. It's like, oh, he's cute. And it's like, I'm not going to be, you're not going to do that to me. I just won't tell you anything. So I can't even imagine. He would have had a lot of fun, I think. But yeah, I miss that man. So I can't thank you enough again for having me on to talk about him and stuff. I can't tell you how much like when it's been so fun getting to know the fans and getting to know other podcasters who have stories about Dad and want to know these things that I haven't even thought about in years, you know? Like, so thank you again for that. And sorry, I'm very excited. And like I said, I have ADHD and I probably keep getting off track. I'll try really hard not to.
They're one question in and we're already marking out here on the question mark. Lacy Traylor, earliest wrestling memory.
I remember when Dad, I think this was right when my sister was born. He had started working for WCW and we were spending a lot of time, I think, down in Orlando. They were shooting out there maybe, down there. And I have this memory of, it's just the smell of that locker room. Like, it's something that, like, every once in a while, like, if I go, like, visit, like, one of, like, the teenagers I mentor, like, at high school, and, like, I get a whiff of that, like, locker room smell. Like, I remember that smell, like, in my bones, like, being a little kid and just going to places. So I would say, like, just that, like, maybe kind of, like, being in the locker room. One of my earliest childhood memories in general is, me and Rick Steiner's oldest son are close to the same age, and we were down there in Orlando. This is the time like they're wrestling down there, and I was in the back of the car with Steiner's son, and he's driving, and his wife is in the passenger seat, and he got pulled over for speeding. Please don't kill me for saying this story. And I just remember my shoe was untied. I was meant to be like 4 years old, like very small. And I just kept saying, my shoe's untied, my shoe's untied. I need to tie my shoe. And poor Rick has the cop here. Like, he's dealing with this. He's got, Jamie like, why did you have to speed? And then I just remember he like turned around and he pointed at me and he said, you're going to learn to tie your shoe right now. Like, so I learned to tie my shoe. That's how I learned to tie my shoe. Like, but it's so funny because like when you're a kid and like you're just like in your like you have tunnel vision for just you and it's like, oh, my shoe, and then poor Rick has the cops here and it's just funny to me sometimes, like, because I'll forget my own lore and then a memory will pop back, or I'll get to talking to somebody like you and be like, oh wow, I forgot about that. It's actually kind of cool and I'm glad I get to talk about it. So yeah. I hope that answered it.
Yeah. Lacy, you can be front row at any event in wrestling history. What event is it?
That's so hard. This is serious stuff. Like,
it's not.
I want to answer this accurately. Well, okay, let me think. I would have loved to seen the first WrestleMania. I would have loved to see that. For sure. I think it would have been amazing to see. And then what else would I would have loved to see my dad get superplexed by Hulk Hogan during that Saturday night main event saga. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately, I did see him get hung by The Undertaker, but I wouldn't say like. Do you remember that?
Yes. How old were you?
Like 9 or 10, probably.
Do you know what was going to happen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there was some things, especially him, that's like, we should probably tell the kids about this. We should probably tell the school board about this, actually. So they know. So, yeah.
So he sat you down and said, this is...
Oh, yeah.
What did he tell you?
I was very, very, like, I love him so much. He was, like, I make the joke that I used to be a mature child and now I'm a childish woman. Because, like, when I just remember always being so serious, like I never felt like, and I guess that being in the industry and being exposed to more things and like I never felt like a child. Well, I won't say that, but just, am I making sense? You picking up my drift is like, yes. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to talk to you. I keep forgetting like what the original question was once I'm on a tangent and I'm like, oh my gosh, bring it back together, girl.
Do you remember what he told you before he got hung? Like,
well, it's just special. It's just stunt stuff. He was picking us, like, I guess I just never, like, during his runs, right, when he's super popular, I had no concept of just how in pop culture that he was. It's like I'm thinking people are your fan, you smell bad and you fart all the time, like, it's like it's still, I'm humbled, like, to this day that, like, people care so much. Like, he made such an impact and he really was, like, I didn't give him enough credit when he was alive because I just was too close to it and I couldn't see, like, wow, this is, like, I saw a match of him and I forget it was in Japan, I think, but I never, like, when I was a kid, I didn't really understand why they made action figures of him. Like, I get it, like, this is what dad does. But as I got older and they kept making things and I had never really watched wrestling at all. Like, this has been over the last, I would say, like 3 or 4 years. I've really, like, become a mark and become a fan of the sport. I did it again. I forgot what the question was and where I'm going. I'm getting too excited here.
When he sat you down and said, this is what's about to happen.
Yeah, like, this is what's happening. And honestly, The Undertaker was always my favorite wrestler. So like, I wanted to know anything that had to do with any storyline Dad was in that involved The Undertaker, because I loved The Undertaker so much. So it was cool, I guess, to like for him to be like, okay, this is happening, and then know beforehand, I guess, and that also might help with the trauma a little bit of seeing something like that. Um, because a lot, like, I'll be on social media sometimes, like, and I came across this video, and this kid was like, I was traumatized by WWE, and I'm just watching the video, and then all of a sudden he's like, do you guys remember when The Undertaker hung Big Boss Man? And I had forgotten about it, you know? And then I was like, oh my gosh, this could have traumatized other kids at the time watching it. And that's why it's so interesting about like wrestling and the fandom, because like wrestling fans are the best fans of any kind of thing to me, because like we're so devoted. And it's like, I don't know, I love professional wrestling. I was also at a wrestling show last night and just got home like 2 hours before I came on this podcast, so I feel like I'm still kind of like got that hype from last
Riding the
night coming
high.
over into the day. So again, please feel free to cut me off if I'm going on too far of a tangent,
Not
because
gonna happen.
I will get off topic.
Love it. Do
Oh no.
you what was it like for you as a child going to WrestleMania, let's say 6, 7, with your father
Um,
wrestling?
so I can't even remember if I went to a WrestleMania at that age, but I remember going to Royal Rumble and like house shows. I think he mostly took, like, we went to like the big things for him, but wait, no, that's a lie. I was at his WrestleMania. I was at several WrestleManias, but I don't we're always playing with we have friends like Dustin and Terry's daughter, Dakota. Like, we always were playing with other wrestlers' kids, and it's like, oh, what is even it? Like, who cares? Let's go to the Butterfly Museum, or let's play Tea Party. And it's so funny too, because it's like I see just I just love wrestling. I'm sorry, I'm getting wordsy. I just need to learn to do cadence a little better.
Hogan or Flair?
Flair.
Why?
He made me laugh in real life. He made me laugh in real life. I haven't seen Hulk Hogan since I was like a toddler, probably. Um, and I don't know. That's a really hard one. Now, because I'm wanting to say Hogan now.
Why?
They're both just so iconic. But I'm gonna stick with Flair because of the robes and the drip.
How did Rick
Specific.
make you laugh?
Well, actually, I think I made myself laugh at him. I was talking with him and Michael Hayes backstage at a show. This has been many years ago in Atlanta. And they were talking. And then Rick was like, good to see you. And I remember when he grabbed my hand and was like, great to see you, this or that. And I was like, what's your name again? And the way he looked at me, like, it was so hilarious. And I'm like, I'm just kidding, but kind of like stopped him in his tracks for a second. So, made me laugh. I made me laugh at him.
Flair or Sting, Lacy?
Sting! Of course.
Why?
I just love Sting. He's fine. And like his aesthetic, he's just been so consistent. He's done, in my opinion, so much for the business. I love Sting, and he's so nice.
And he's
so
fine.
nice.
Fine.
Yeah. Well, he's older now, but that's fine too.
Lacy, what's the one piece of wrestling memorabilia that your partner wants you to get rid of out of the house?
Oh my God. I have boxes of stuff. I'm sure he would be happy that go in storage. Um, ooh, can I make a joke? Let's get rid of the Confederate flag memorabilia parts of it.
Okay.
Okay, might have been a little too dark of a joke, but yeah, like maybe that part, but they don't really reproduce the dolls with the old, and it's actually the Georgia state flag too, but that part was weird.
Do you remember you or your family getting any pushback, blowback, heat for wearing that flag?
Oh, I would
Then,
never wear that flag, but yes, for sure. But like when I was growing up, I'm we're Southern as it gets. Like, and that's something I think, like, unless you've lived in the South and you see how like cultures merge, like we all get along great here to me. And I've talked to some of my black friends about this, and it's systemic at a point. Like that was the Georgia state flag. That was our state flag on our state flag until like not even that embarrassingly that long ago, maybe like a little over 10 years or something. So it's like I never even heard it called like, because and he had this tattoo, but I never heard it called, oh, that's the Confederate flag. And our like when I was growing up, it was just the rebel flag. Like, yeehaw, fuck the law. I'm so sorry. Can you edit that
you're
out?
fine.
But that's like, come from real rednecks. You know what I mean? And like, my dad did work for Cobb County Corrections, but it's it's just a funny thing. I think that it made me uncomfortable for a long time because I am educated and I educate myself on maybe heavier topics other people might not want to deal with. But everyone's been so kind to me. Anytime someone has said something about it and I explain to them what I'm telling you, it's like it builds a bridge or something. I think it's very positive, actually, because I think it should be talked about too.
Best moment in your wrestling fandom?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I got to sit in the green room next to Vince McMahon for like 20 minutes and watching him do all the buttons and stuff. And he even smiled in our selfie. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I've had so many cool moments. I remember watching a show, a house show that dad was at when I was a little kid, and standing like, when they come down like what is that? What is the screen called? Why can't I think of it?
The Titantron, the
Yeah,
ILA?
the Titantron. Like from back there, I remember like peeking my little head in between the curtains and watching him down from the ring. And then I look up and Jeff Hardy is standing like over me looking also. And I just thought he was so cute. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I did get to see the Stink Face creation match between Rikishi and Dad when they were at a house show and that happened for the first time. Um, that was probably one of the worst moments of my life.
Okay.
As a wrestling kid, because like I was telling you with pepper steak and the hanging thing and Big Show's dad, like we were kind of all like a part of the bit. Nobody told me that was happening. So it was like I remember just watching it and being like, I have to go to school. And that just like I just remember being so mad. And then we had to fly back home, and we were getting on the airplane and dad was like, you got to trade seats with me, because he and Rikishi were going to be sitting right next to each other. Like they can't fit next to each other on a plane like that. So I had to ride next to Rikishi on the way home. And I just remember being like, I'll never forgive you for putting your butt in my dad's face like that. But of course I did. And now I understand like the sport and like how, you can't plan every little thing out. Like people will say, oh, wrestling's fake, but nah, sometimes things happen like, and it's just organic and it works. But yeah, I hope that answered your question and then three
You have
more.
a you have a different reaction to this versus the hanging,
Mm-hmm.
where you were quote unquote fine with it.
Isn't that weird?
But well, did you tell your father how angry you were?
Oh yeah.
And talk about that in his
He just
responses?
laughed. It's funny to him.
Uh,
Like, who cares? Like, he's sending us to Disneyland. Like, you're going to get mad because no, let's pick our battles here. So it's like, he really was just a very silly guy. And I really love that. Like, and when you're a kid, sometimes, like, you don't, like, your parents are embarrassing you, and it's not really embarrassing unless you're embarrassed ever, which is crazy. So,
you're the first child of a professional wrestler I have interviewed. So forgive this question. You are entering the restaurant in heaven, Lacy, and your favorite wrestler is sitting alone but wants company. Who is it? And what would you talk about? And let's just say we all know who the primary answer is. He's looking behind you right now. But
honestly, I don't think I would waste it on him though. Like,
okay.
I'm just kidding. That was terrible. I want to talk to Vince Sr. I got some questions for that guy.
Do you?
I don't think he's in heaven though. I'm just kidding. That was terrible. Look, I make jokes sometimes, like impulsively. I do not know these people. They are I do not personally know them. They've never done anything wrong to me ever. I just like being a smartass. I need to be careful because not everybody actually knows me well enough to be like,
Gets
oh,
your
that's
humor.
just Lacy. Yeah. What else happens when your dad's getting hung from TV and feeding people dogs and stuff? You get a sense of humor like this, so.
So who would you meet in heaven?
Okay. Andre.
You have Andre stories for us?
I know that he held me in one of his hands when I was a baby, but that we lost him way too soon. So I know that Dad just was like, that was like definitely on his Mount Rushmore. But I just remember Dad being so humbled that he got to work with like Andre and Hogan. He was like very, very, very humble, but not. And that I guess that Andre was definitely locker room leader, and maybe he didn't really like at first somebody else named called boss coming in, but that Dad loved working with him, and I just ask it. I could think I would have so many questions for him, and just I think it would be so cool to speak with Andre.
Your only memory is of him holding you?
Well, I don't even remember it because I was so small. Like this.
What's the first thing you would ask him?
How I don't know. Let me think. I would think I would ask him, like, I would want to ask him probably what he has thought of the evolution of the business, like so far. I would love to ask him about like what he liked to do. I know he had that ranch in I think South Carolina, might have been North Carolina, but I would love to know if he liked horses. Like what his childhood like we never got a moment like with Andre for us to get like a documentary or something in his own words. Like I just feel like there's so many things I would just, and not maybe not even talking to him, just being in his presence and being like, you're so cool. Like I feel like he would be such a presence.
Have you had the chance to meet his daughter?
I have not. I would love to meet Robin. I've heard so many good things, and I hope that she is just so well taken care of. But I think someday maybe I'll get to meet her. it'll line up.
That'd
So,
be so
but
awesome.
but yeah, I heard that she's just super sweet, and I think wrestling. There's a certain, and um maybe it's a little broader than that, but I've been really, really blessed that there's like kind of like a group of us wrestlers kids who lost our dads at a very young age, or maybe like had a trauma there, that we've all been like connecting over the years, and we have like a little club. It's amazing. So I would love, I hope Robin has a good circle of people around her, and that they take good care of her, and that she's well. But yeah, she's definitely somebody I would like to meet. Probably more than any wrestler I could think of.
Did you attend Hogan's funeral?
No.
No.
No, um I send all my love like to Brooke and Nick. I was very surprised when to learn that Hulk passed away, because he looked great. I know he had been dealing with some health struggles, but I'm kind of like, I don't really like, I try to treat somebody, I would treat a CEO the exact same as I treated a janitor, if that makes, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, and I'm blessed that I think that everyone I have wanted to meet, um, that's in the business, I've had a chance. How many? I can't even believe I can say that. I feel so blessed. But yeah,
Lacy, what one wrestler in history do you think smelled the best?
but smelled the best. Hmm. Oh, Terry Runnels. Wait, but she doesn't count as a
Ah,
wrestler. It's gotta
sure.
be one of the women. Like any of them, they all smell amazing. I'm sure they know how to smell good. Every time I see Terry, I'm like, you smell so good. It's almost like burned into my brain. But China, she smelled good. Stephanie McMahon, her perfume always smells amazing. So none of the men probably. I'm sure, they put on that cologne before they come in, but I don't know. Pretty good cologne in the wrestling business. So,
Who smelled the worst?
oh, my dad. I've had to answer my dad because
Ooh,
I
tell
know
us.
him better. Like this man, he would fart, dude. He would fart in the grocery store aisle and be like, look at a grandma and be like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And she would like just whitewash over her face. But yeah, totally my dad. Yeah, stanky.
You'd see him from coming back from the ring in the back, and you'd be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
he had a
yeah.
he had a bad smell after the ring?
Well, let me think. I th- mm, not the. I would say probably Rikishi probably smelled the worst for sure. I can't even say my dad. Rikishi definitely stinks the worst. He smells really bad, like rotten eggs.
You were sitting next to him on the plane.
Yeah, and the
Did he
last
smell?
time I saw him, he smelled like rotten eggs.
Uh oh.
I'm just kidding. I haven't seen him in years, and I'm just messing. I don't think. I'm just
Falling for
kidding,
all of it.
Rikishi, Mister Sir.
A little late for that at that
Yeah.
point. uh, Favorite wrestling movie or movie with a wrestler?
Oh my God, Nacho Libre.
There we go. What do
Yeah.
you love about it?
uh, I love the story, like the story that it's based on is based on a real story of a priest who started doing luchador wrestling to raise money to feed kids. And then I also loved Iron Claw. I thought it was amazing. I thought they couldn't have done a better job telling that story. So Iron Claw was amazing. There's been a lot of good wrestling. What is yours? Am I allowed to ask you questions too?
Sure, sure. Because you're the big boss man's daughter. You can ask whatever you want. No, you can't beat No Holds Barred to me.
Okay. I got to watch that. I haven't seen that. And we just talked about it on the podcast.
Wow.
So that one's on my list. No Holds
Okay.
Bars and End of Days. That's kind of like,
Schwarzenegger's End of Days?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We watched an episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, where he
Where-
shows up and
yeah.
starts promoting it. And go see the End of Days. My memory is just as good as yours, Lacy Traylor. Faces or heels?
Heels.
Why?
It's fun to be bad. It's fun to be mean. It's fun to be the bad guy. I don't know. I had so much fun during my dad's Attitude Era run and help it, like, thinking about it, and like, because he would be so excited. My dad loved playing the heel, and like, I don't know, it's just fun. It's just fun. What about you? You'd be a face.
Wait, did you give him any, like, you should do this?
Oh yeah, we wrote that sympathy card, Big Show's dad, together. With the deepest regrets and tears that are soaked. I'm sorry to hear your dad finally croaked.
That's you.
Well,
that was all
yeah,
you and him?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like, we're a very silly family. Like, we like to have fun, and like, they would make up, like, oh my God, it's so silly. Like, songs about stuff. Like, we aggravate each other hard in the family anyway. And then you add the fact that dad is a professional wrestler, and like, you can get basically aggravate people professionally for a living being a heel. Like, it was just a lot of fun. I always knew, like, if I were to wrestle, I would love to be a heel. Love, love, love.
Greatest wrestling theme ever, Lacy.
Oh my gosh. This is so hard because I know what I'm supposed to say.
That's a pretty good one. The one you're supposed to say is really good.
I love my dad's theme music. I love Guard, which is his Attitude Era one. And believe it or not, I didn't know Hard Times existed until 2016. And I heard the Hall of Fame video. I had no idea it existed. And the first time I heard it, I thought, this is the corniest thing I've ever heard, because I didn't get it yet. See, like, I didn't get, like, wrestling hadn't clicked for me yet. But now it's like, every time you cross into Cobb County, better read the signs. It's like, it'll just come out. It'll just come out randomly. So, but I also love Stone Cold's. That glass shattering just really does something to me.
What's your favorite match with your father as a fan?
Mr. Perfect, Big Boss Man, WrestleMania 7. He lost on a disqualification. He should have won the Intercontinental title that day, but I love that match. And it's definitely up there with my favorite.
Hashtag Lacy Traylor. Hashtag I was there.
No.
Was one of the matches I was very much looking forward to seeing. I thought we were going to have a new IC champion that night. Until Andre walked out, I was like, oh, he's going to get screwed. Yeah.
Robbed.
What?
We were robbed.
Did you like Bobby Heenan? Because that was the whole
Hell
mother
no.
stuff.
You heard him talking about my the way he was talking about my grandma?
I did, and I saw Gorilla fine him every week for talking about him.
Yeah, and she beat the crap out of him with her purse one time too. So no, he was amazing. I have such an appreciation for the way Bobby Heenan was able to just talk and like commentate. Like, he was great, but it's like I know my dad had great respect for Bobby, and I love watching and learning about like that feud and how they got my grandma involved and stuff. So.
Any memories of interactions with Bobby Heenan or Gorilla?
No, I wish.
Okay.
I'm sure that my mom could speak to some, but I wish.
What AEW event am I thinking of right now?
Dynamite.
No.
Double or Nothing.
No. You can only watch one person wrestle. Do you watch AEW right now, Lacy?
I'm trying. My co-host he's all on AEW, so I know a little bit about what's going on. Wait, is something happening I should know about that I don't?
No, just asking in general.
Oh, okay.
You wanted to ask Andre about the evolution of wrestling, and what do you think of that right now? The evolution to come.
I think Andre would be in AEW. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that the evolution of wrestling from between when the golden era, of the turn of the century, because that's really cool to think about too. But I think that there's some really good professional wrestling companies out here right now that might not even necessarily be a WWE or AEW. I've had so much fun going to the indie shows and getting to know a lot of the owners and of those promotions, especially down here in the South. And man, I just love wrestling. If you'd have asked me 10 years ago if I would be on podcasts or managing like legacy accounts for dad, like I would have probably laughed. But I really love pro wrestling. I need to watch more AEW. Like one of my friends was telling me, like, you know, if you're going to come into this space, right, and have a podcast and like participate, then like you kind of need to be a fan. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Like, that is true. Are you a big AEW fan? Because usually I hear people will say, oh, one or the other, right? Or they don't care. Like, they don't care to like get into oh, this is why AEW is better. This is why. But
No, I love AEW. I love
okay, good.
AEW, and I love the people working at AEW. There are some very, very great people.
Scotty, oh my gosh, Scotty Two Hotties over at AEW. And I just love him so much. Yeah, there are some really good people over there. You're 1000% right about that. Yeah, I want to go to another AEW show soon.
You can only watch one person wrestle for the rest of your life.
Braun
Lacey.
Breaker.
It's not the same match, but they are in every match you watch.
Braun Breaker.
Why?
Because I love him. I taught him everything. I'm just kidding. He is incredible. I think he's amazing. I've known him his entire life. I remember like when he started college and was playing for. We went to the same college. Though he came in way later after I'd already gone out. But I think from KSU.
KSU.
Mm-hmm. So I think he's amazing. I think he's the best thing to happen to the sport this decade. I think that he is going all the way up. I think that I'm so proud of him. I love watching him. I think he is amazing, and I don't think anyone could convince me that that Braun Breaker isn't the best of the best, even at this spot. And he's mere, 2 decades of life. So he is just incredible. I love watching him, just the pace that he moves and his strength is crazy. I just love him. I just love that kid. Just want to squeeze his little cheeks.
Breakfast buffet, Lacey.
Breakfast buffet.
Heaven.
Okay.
Or hell.
Hell, I'm just kidding. We're going up. We're going up to heaven.
Breakfast buffet.
Oh.
Heaven or hell?
Heaven.
You love breakfast buffets.
Am I dumb? I'm so confused right now.
Okay. Oh, do you like breakfast buffets?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So they're heaven to you.
Yes.
Well,
I'm like, wait, are we going to a breakfast buffet in heaven or hell? That's what I thought you were asking. I was like, wait, I don't really know. We can go either.
what's your breakfast order? Not at Waffle House. We already know
Not
that
at Waffle
one.
House. So I like oatmeal. I try to eat a fruit. We love grits down here. I don't know if that's a thing out west, but make some grits, some eggs. We love
Instant,
breakfast.
regular, or al dente grits?
Regular.
Regular.
Yeah,
I
like
like
they have to
regular too.
cook on over the eye. Like I don't want no I don't really like a microwave meal. Like I don't want to throw grits in the microwave or whatever. So, and then there's half of probably, the north half of the population that they don't even sell grits in their grocery stores. So I don't know what I'm talking about grits for. Grits is sweet tea.
My favorite question of the night, Lacy. What's your favorite charity? And before you answer, I met your father twice. Once at a house show when he was doing just the signing 30 minutes before the show. And so we all waited in line. We didn't know who was coming. He was fighting Skinner and got up there. He was just going through the standard 8x10. And I go, I sure hope you beat Skinner. And he goes, I'm going to try. And he didn't look up, but it was cool. And at the WrestleMania 17, I bought the package, did the VIP thing, and they took us, excuse me, they took us to the back. And he's standing alone, just waiting for someone to come up to him. And I had never met anyone. I was so nervous. And well, now's my chance. I go up to him and I said, I appreciate all the charity work that you do for the kids. I said, it must be awesome for them to show up, for you to see you when you show up. And he shook my hand and he put his other hand on my shoulder. And he says, you don't know what that means to me. Thank you very, very much.
You're going to make me cry.
Didn't get a picture, didn't get an autograph. I know he was a big charity guy. Tell me about it.
There have been very few people that I've ever met that can love a child that is not yours, or that you have no inherent obligation or responsibility to, as if that was your child. I never felt like my dad was only my dad. And a lot of times, this is something that really you just don't understand until you got like a couple decades on the earth, of life experience. But he would, and it's something I enjoy doing with him too. I mean, we would go to the hospitals around here in Cartersville, and it was something where he taught me, do good things for people, don't talk about it. He said, you can do good things for people and you don't have to make a thing of it. You don't have to get an award for it. You don't have to brag about it. Just do good for people. And he really just knew like that kids are the future always. And I think it's just a very fundamental thing that a society that doesn't prioritize the well-being of its children is doomed. It's doomed. And he knew that. And everything that had to do with toys for tots. And oftentimes he was in a sort of position where, he might not even had to go and write a check, because like sometimes you'll go donate to a charity and they give you this giant $200 check to take a picture with, right? That's how much those things cost. Like they're expensive. And it was like, I was just taught, like, he didn't like that. He didn't like when people did that. And I know it comes with it sometimes, like exposure and stuff, but I can't tell you how many times, like, we were either in New York City or somewhere. If I saw a homeless person and he saw me see that, and it something like affect me, like we gave so much money to people, and he did a lot that I'll probably never even know, just because of the kind of man that he was, to do something with no agenda whatsoever, just because it's the right thing to do and he could do it. So
Yeah, they never announced his charity work on television or stuff. I read it through the dirt sheets,
yeah,
and his
he
name
did
kept coming up,
he
like with
didn't
children's
need
hospitals
to.
and stuff.
He was incredible. Like, it was not it wasn't a bit. It really affected him. And then I remember, I think, like, when he was maybe working for WCW and he was in his heel phase, like, if a kid came up to him and like his bosses were around, he can't act like Ray Traylor wants to do with that little kid, and play with that little kid for a bit, or have a friendly like banter with that little kid, because like you're on, you have it's kayfabe. And so I remember he would get so mad that he couldn't engage with like the younger fans, like in that silly like dad way that he did. And it really bothered him. And so in order to deal with the guilt, he, instead of coming straight home after a match, he's stopping by, the children's hospital, or making it a point to kind of penance. Is that the
Balance
right
it
word?
out.
Balance it out. So it's funny. He had such a big, like, I'm so thankful that that is my dad, and that he raised me, with the values that he had, because I don't see a lot of people that, and I mean, I can't really say that. I'm very blessed to know a lot of wonderful people, but like, he was just so special to me, and I miss him all the time. But I do feel very blessed, like I said, to get invited on to podcasts like yours and get to talk about him and remember him with people who have real life memories of him too. And we've never met, but we were at that same WrestleMania. I love these invisible strings that connect all of us together. And I love professional wrestling for giving people such like an inclusive space, and such a, wrestling fans just really know how to show up. I love you guys. So,
Ray Traylor's coming home and wants to go to the children's hospital,
mhm.
right? Does he just show up? Does he have a boss man shirt in the back? And
He
the
shows up and he's got a pack of autograph cards. He shows up with he always cut the sleeves out of his shirt because they're too tight on his muscles, so you got to cut the sleeves out to be more comfortable. But he would just show up in his jeans, his his snakeskin cowboy boots, and his black or his merch shirt with the sleeves cut out. And he would just walk in there. Everybody knew who he was, because he was just friendly. So Ray's popping in today. We'd go out, and like, he didn't just have one. He was all of, I don't know how he did so much in just 41 years.
mark out, Lacy. Mark out.
Thank
Uh,
you.
so what's your favorite charity?
I have a couple. So I help out with the Quincy Carter Foundation. Quincy Carter, he is a former quarterback for the NFL. He does a lot of great things in the community. We have the East Atlanta Community Association here in my neighborhood. And then I do a lot of work in the recovery space. And so I love, we have several amazing charities around here, and that support harm reduction for people struggling with with addiction or a drug dependency. And then we have one of my childhood friends has a charity called A Skate. And what they do is they're in Alabama, California, Texas. I forget where else. And they travel, do pop-ups all over the place, but they help kids with autism practice like their vestibular movement by teaching them how to skateboard. Because it's I don't know the science of it. I can't speak to it right, but we're hoping to maybe that there might be something there that we can do in the wrestling space for these kids too. So I just have so many favorite charities. I could keep going, but yeah, we love charity work, and it's very, very important to serve and to give back.
Name a job in wrestling, Lacy, that you think that you haven't had, that you think you'd be really, really good at.
I could wrestle. I could talk on a mic. I would love to manage.
You have not been
Job it.
given
Well,
the opportunity to manage.
well, I when you put it like that, I haven't told anyone I wanted to either. So maybe it'll come.
Give me a 30-second promo on you wanting to manage. Go.
Oh my God, that's so on the spot. Hey, I'm good at talking. I know what I'm talking about. Let me manage you. You clearly aren't good at it on your own, or you would have more going on. You clearly need help. I'm here. I know what I'm doing. And I'm probably taller than you, and like you just need help. I can help you. I'm your girl.
Booker! Booker now!
I can help fight.
Ah.
And I don't fight fair at all.
Lacy, is there anyone in wrestling that you haven't met that you would like to meet? She's thinking.
I gotta have something. Oh my God. Who would I meet?
She's still thinking.
I'm so blessed. I got to meet so many people at the gathering a couple of weeks ago. Who haven't I met? Dang. I would like to meet, I don't know what his name is now, Dexter Loomis. He was like on with WWE for a little bit, and then I don't know what he's doing now, but I like him.
And what would you want to say to him?
You're hot. I'm just kidding. No, I really wanted to meet Brock Anderson, and I did get to meet him, and he's so sweet. The Anderson family is just so...
Anderson family is pretty awesome.
So precious.
They really are.
Yeah, they're top tier. Top shelf.
Lacy, name another wrestling personality that you would like to see answer these questions.
Kelly Slaughter. Let's get Sarge's daughter on here.
Sarge's daughter, Kelly.
Yeah. Kelly's
Can you make that happen?
Yeah. And if you want, Joanna Tentas, she is freaking amazing. Yeah. And she's been training too.
How's that going for her?
She looks amazing. She is I just love that girl so much, but I don't know. I think something's definitely brewing there. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of years.
Final question, Lacy Traylor. Mark us out. Describe the rest of your life using a wrestling phrase.
Oh my gosh, this is such a good question. This is so fun. Oh my God, I've learned so many new wrestling phrases this year. And all I keep wanting to say is the hard way. Because I'm getting old.
That's how you want us to know, the hard way.
The hard way. I like doing hard things. So, well, and also kayfabe, because I'm going to lie to you, all of you. I'm just kidding.
Mark out, Lacy. Mark out. Tell us where we can find you online, what you are doing, how we can support you, and tell us about the Bubba Cast.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram mostly, and that's at Lacy with 2 A's, Laacy, Abilene, Lacy Abilene. That's my middle name. And then if you don't want to do that, it's much easier just to go follow Big Boss Man WWE over on Instagram. That's Dad's Legacy page. It's basically a community where, like, I've met so many wonderful fans on there, and they'll create some art or post content of their own and then invite me to collaborate. So it's going on Dad's feed, and it's like I could not do this without the fans helping me and all of those being so nice. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to you guys. And also at the Bubba Cast. The Bubba Cast is a podcast where me and my co-host Zerpy kind of just will watch like whole episodes of matches that my dad was in for the first time, because I haven't seen most of his discography. Is that the right word for it? Anyway, and so that's the Bubba Cast. We're streaming wherever you get your podcasts on YouTube, and episodes are bi-weekly.
I'm waiting for that perfect boss man match from WrestleMania 7. I'm waiting for that show to drop on the Bubba Cast, Lacy.
Okay. So, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
You will be the first to know.
As always, we want to hear your feedback on tonight's show using the hashtag, the question mark. You can find me online at Efren Blackjack, Lacy Traylor. This has been an absolute honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And wrestling fans, I want you to be on the lookout for Kelly Slaughter and Joanna Tenta. Kelly, Joanna, you are wanted for questioning by the marks. On the question mark for artist producers JD Hoop and Josh Chernoff, I'm Efren. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.